won't believe what I have in store for you once I take this pesky blindfold off. Okay, are you ready? Because I am. Surprise! What do you think? It is quite impressive, huh? You asked me about my hobby during one of our late Tinder conversations. Don't you remember? You even got upset when I didn't divulge anything about my likes at that time, but I did promise you're gonna get an exclusive front row seat to witness and experience firsthand the kind of recreation that I fancy all too well when the right time comes. Now it's the perfect time. I love cooking and I love serving people, literally. I always pour my heart out into cooking amongst someone else's. It is quite an expensive hobby of mine. I spent a lot of money to have a state-of-the-art kitchen of my dreams that I could be proud of. As you can see, it is decked out with restaurant-style ranges and cooktops, as well as commercial-style and a high-efficient refrigeration. I may have gone overboard for insisting that I must have a dedicated tar stations for my kind of cooking to my builder and interior designer, but it all worked out in the end. With the overpouring money, my high expectations were met. There are days when my thoughts were flooded with grisly scenarios of what could have happened if it didn't. To my dismay, the odds were on both of my interior designers and builders' favor. The adequate chows walked out of this place with both their bodies intact, with hefty wads of cash filling their pockets. Let me give you a quick tour of this beloved area of mine. Here we have the cleanup station, equipped with hands-free faucet that I adore. I'm very strict when it comes to having sterile cutleries, clean crockery, silverwares, and spotless pots and pans. So I make sure to wash them all properly on the side by hand, instead of using the dishwasher, ensuring that they're all well disinfected and ready to be used during my meal times is my utmost priority. Next up, we have the prep station. Having an industrial-sized kitchen table is a must for me. Butchering pounds of meat is not very easy, undertaking to perform such an itty-bitty service. I needed an additional extra space to flaunt every delectable pound of meat that I carved and harvest out of my consumables. It is a customized table I designed myself. The electric meat slicer and the meat grinder were intentionally integrated in the designing of the stainless steel masterpiece. There is enough time to get yourself acquainted with this table later on. I'm not in a hurry to take off your guts just yet. You get to keep them a little longer until I say so. Wait, I have to move the hand trolley you're strapped on a little bit on this side for you to have a better view of what we're having for dinner. This is the hot section, an area where I bake, roast, fry, boil, and steam all of my conquests. This is where my gastronomical magic is created, from crispy roasted leg to honey-glazed smoked butt. All of my recipes are to die for. Unfortunately, not everyone's palate is as sophisticated as mine. To save time, I started on making a loin stew this morning. It is already well seasoned and tantalizingly delicious. The cut of loin is tender, no longer rubbery, unlike earlier. It is ready to be served. You look horrified. Don't be. Your Tinder bio says you're a vegan, so I catered this meal to your liking. The dismembered loin I used came from a vegan, though the owner squealed like a pig while I harvest this chunk out with a handsaw. Come to think of it, I don't like the idea of going vegan, but I am making an exception for tonight in your honor. darling. Come on, you can tell me. Talk. Move. Try harder. Will yourself to say something. I dare you to move. Alright, you can't. Want to know why? I injected you with the perfected cocktail of sedatives and paralytics. You're currently in a state of anesthesia awareness. The drugs in your system makes you completely aware of your surroundings while inhibiting your movements and ability to speak. You experience the pain and terror of having your stomach sliced open without the benefits of anesthesia. You get where I'm going with this, right? Escaping is no longer an option for you. So might as well embrace the inevitable. Relax. You're petrified, I can tell, because your eyes speak volumes. I have feasted on a lot, and all of you had the same expression once you saw through my facade, and I find it hilarious. I cannot empathize, for I am not a woman. I am a monster, swept along by my gruesome compulsions. But the killing doesn't satisfy me completely. I don't know how else to put it. I'm always thinking, maybe this one will, maybe another one will. I will always be hungry for more. I can't help but see a beautiful man or woman and wonder what he or she tastes like. My number of victims just grows and grows. The Tinder app made my life easier, especially when the virus's restrictions were mandated. The app is filled with a variety of free-range morsels on display to choose from. Though I am very picky with my selection of meats, I only have eyes for those who will not be missed. People like yourself. I sold a fantasy. I told things that all of you wanted to hear, and you fell into my trap like attention-starved rabbits in heat. You're all pathetic beings, if you ask me. You all dug your own graves. You trusted a stranger online whose buttered up words don't mean anything at all. You walked into the beast's lair, and you'll never be able to leave. I've already lost my appetite. Let us move on to the fun part, shall we? It's time to trim you down to pieces, since I need a delicate meat for tomorrow to stuff my taco shells with.